Anti-Muslim sentiment appears to be on the rise across the globe, leaving many Muslims vulnerable to attack, like Muhammad Zubair, who was set upon by a mob in India when returning to his home after simply going shopping.
They saw I was alone. They saw my cap, beard, shalwar kameez, and saw me as a Muslim. They just started attacking, shouting slogans. I hadn't said anything to them. I didn't do them any harm.
Zubair was beaten with wooden sticks and iron bars and was lucky to survive.
At that moment, I felt that those people in the mob would not leave me until they killed me. They were shouting communal slogans at me, like Hail Hindu Lord Ram and Kill the Mullah, and I thought I wasn't going to survive. And this is only a blessing of Allah that I am alive and sitting here.
In Europe, like India, anti-Muslim sentiment can thrive due to polarizing political rhetoric used by some right-wing politicians. Muslims can often be portrayed as outsiders and unwilling to properly assimilate into local culture. Turkish officials have been outspoken against Islamophobia in Europe.
In recent years, the securitization of Islam and European Muslims has been another source of concern. European governments, opinion leaders, and policymakers must stop treating Islam as a security threat and Muslims as potential criminals. Don't do that.
In October, France became the flashpoint of anti-Muslim sentiment when a French schoolteacher was beheaded after he showed his students the infamous Charlie Hebdo cartoon of Prophet Muhammad, republished by the magazine in September. According to Islamic tradition, it is blasphemous to draw images of Muhammad. But French President Emmanuel Macron says extremism is the problem.
Our citizens today must be protected. Our citizens whose religion is Islam must be protected in our country against these evils, which is radical Islam. I say it here because the will of its Islamists, the will of its ideologists, is precisely to turn a part of our citizens because of their religion against the Republic, and we cannot let that happen.
Anti-French protests broke out across the world, including in Turkey, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Lebanon. Muslims expressed their disgust with Macron's actions following the attack and called for a ban on French products. But in December, the French government announced a crackdown on 76 mosques suspected of encouraging extremism. This tension has forced French Muslims like Noël to question her identity.
That's why it hurts me so much, because I was born in France. I am French. My grandmother is French. My grandmother's name is Annick. My great-grandmother's name was Antoinette. It can't be more French than that. But sometimes I feel like I'm not French anymore, only a Muslim, and that's not easy to live with.
One French rights group reported more than 1,000 incidents of hate crimes against Muslims in 2019. And according to a Turkish think tank's European Islamophobia 2019 report, trends across Europe show increasing anti-Muslim sentiment across the board, something Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan recently described as viral racism.
Kardeşlerim,
My dear brothers, this year we have had to fight not only with the coronavirus, but also with the Islamophobia virus that spread faster than it. Cultural racism, discrimination and intolerance have reached levels that cannot be concealed in countries that for many years have been hailed as cradles of democracy.
As the question of identity becomes more prevalent in the minds of millions around the world, those who identify as Muslims are under extreme pressure to find out where they really belong. Obaida Hitto, TRT World.